I'm sure this movie's going to make a ton of money. I'm going to check it out of pure curiosity. But after this, it's over with for me. I I think that if this movie doesn't do it for me, I've completely maybe lost hope in Marvel. Uh, Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. What are we doing? Why did they bring him back? The accent sounds forced. It's okay. I know he's supposed to be Eastern European, but it sounds forced. And why? Why not just choose another actor? Apparently, because of plot leaks or some little rumors that I've heard, it's going to crescendo into this, beautiful, unexpected reason as to why Robert Downey Jr. was the only actor who could really portray this version of Doom. Okay, I will give them the benefit of the doubt. If that's the case, then I suppose I'm here for it. I'm here to find out what happens. But the problem with this trailer is that it could be fun. This movie could be fun. It could be cool, but I just don't care. Marvel has lost me, which is a shame. I loved the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I still like a lot of those movies a lot. I like the Phase 1 movies, Phase 2, even the obscure ones, even stuff like Ant-Man. Ant-Man 1 was like a cool heist movie, and the relationship that, Paul Rudd's character, Scott, had with his daughter. I mean, these themes transcend superhero movies, and that's what I really liked about those first Phase 1 and 2 movies, is that it's story first, character first, things that we can all empathize with, that resonate with us as people, and they take those characters on a crazy, superhero adventure where they have to become selfless. They have to be selfless people, and take care of not just themselves and their family, but take care of others. It's a wonderful template to build incredible stories off of. And Kevin Feige and the studios, they just squandered into like Ironheart and all of these other Disney Plus shows that just don't resonate with anyone, and it's just slop, and replacing all of these well-written characters with their less impressive counterparts. No offense, Shuri, looking at you right now, Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman was excellent as the Black Panther in that role, but why wouldn't they just recast the Black Panther? I'm sure there are plenty of black actors who love the Marvel comics, love the Black Panther character, would probably do it justice in a crazy intense way, but instead they went for his little sister Shuri. And it's kind of like, do you really want to see your favorite character or your favorite character's little sister doing their interpretation of the character? Part of what makes this trailer so boring and uninteresting to me is that it's a mix of old, tired characters with no future, obviously, because they're just here for the cameo. So there's no future, there's no arc later on. And it's just a mix with those old characters and new characters who are people that we don't even really know yet. They're characters that even if you know these characters from the source material, you don't know these characters that well in these movies or in these projects because no one watches the TV shows. Watching this trailer and seeing the heroes in it is kind of like hanging out with people. It's kind of like when you hang out with like a friend of a friend. Like, you're friends with this person and you know them very well, and then sometimes you run into these friends when you're with them. But this movie is kind of like you're hanging out with that other friend when the friend that connects the two of y'all isn't there. So honestly, that's kind of like a really good analogy of this, because we don't know these characters that well yet. So we have to establish that first before there's a banger Avengers movie where the stakes are so high, because the stakes can be high, but there's no character for us to really latch onto. Captain America with Anthony Mackie. I like Anthony Mackie in other projects. I like Anthony Mackie in other movies and other TV shows. His Black Mirror episode was hilarious. If you know, you know. But as Captain America, I never bought him as Captain America. He was an okay as Falcon, but for some reason, I feel like Anthony Mackie, they write him very comedic in these movies and shows. And when he tries to get down serious, I just don't buy it. And I don't think anyone else does either. So I think that if they wanted to go with a new Captain America, he may have been a good recast as well. I'm sure there's plenty of black actors that probably would play the hell out of Sam Wilson, and give Sam Wilson the story and arc that he deserves. You know, nobody really liked Captain America: Brave New World. I liked it. I thought it was okay, but it was forgettable. The same as all of these. They just feel so empty. But I think a big part is because of the casting. I mean, imagine if you had an actor to play Sam Wilson that had an intensity to them, something that you could really invest and buy into, and they know the character and they like the character, or at the very least they know the themes and they can stand behind that. Chris Evans back as Captain America. Okay, he's cool. We liked him. He earned our admiration as Captain America in these movies. That's great. But what is he doing here? You know, you wanted to give it to Sam Wilson, so give it to Sam Wilson. And Steve Rogers, what are you doing here? Like, he had a wonderful ending, but I get that there might be plot leaks and spoilers or whatever where it's integral that this Steve Rogers is here so that when Doom takes off the mask and reveals that it's Robert Downey Jr., they have some sort of confrontation, or there's some link with that. I really hope that the whole Robert Downey Jr. thing, I hope there's some kind of outcome that explains why it had to have been him. So I consider myself probably like the average Marvel Cinematic Universe fan. I like these movies. I've always been engaged with these movies. I've seen all of the main projects. A friend of mine sends me the trailer for the Avengers Doomsday, the day that it came out, so a few days ago now. And you know, I didn't immediately jump to it, you know, the same way that I jumped to Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I was super hyped for that, and I'll talk about that in a sec. But I didn't even click the Avengers trailer link until I was like, oh yeah, let me, you know, respond and reply to this message. And I watched the trailer, and it did nothing for me. So I'm gonna watch the trailer again. But I kind of just wanted to put out thoughts about where I think the studio kind of went left with Kevin Feige, what I think is hurting Doomsday, and I think what's hurting like the studio and all these movies as a whole, and why, you know, people will go absolute cinema to the Odyssey, but then they'll call these like roller coaster movies, amusement park rides, because they lose the essence of what it means to be a superhero. You know, we think of superhero and immediately you know what kind of movie comes to mind, what kind of theme. But really, a hero, and the reason why these resonate so much with like a lot of audiences such as myself, I'm 28 years old. You might say I'm the wrong demographic for this. This is for kids. But that's the root of the issue, because what it means to be a hero is to be selfless and not just worried about yourself or your family, or not even just your own community, but your community at large, you know, saving the universe, saving the galaxy, saving the world. That's something that all people should resonate with, being able to go outside of yourself and helping others if you have the ability to do so. And even if you don't and you fall short of your abilities, having the mindset of a hero to uphold what you believe in and stand up for your values, even though there may be life-threatening obstacles in the way. So these are stories that really should resonate with everybody and are absolutely timeless if executed correctly, which is why everyone had such a great time with the Infinity War saga, with Avengers, Infinity War Part 1 and 2. So I'm going to watch this trailer again and then come back with more updated thoughts. This trailer for me just did not do it, you know, and I just don't care. And this movie has to somehow convince me to care again. I liked Thunderbolts, but it was a one-time outing with those characters, and none of the characters have really stuck with me since. I like Florence Pugh, you know. I think she's hot. I think she's a really great actress, but I like the Black Widow better. I mean, it's the Black Widow. You know, Scarlett Johansson was Black Widow, which is a highly relevant character in the comics. And then who's Florence? Don't look this up. Who is the Marvel character that Florence Pugh plays? Exactly. I don't know either. I don't know. She's not the Black Widow. She's not the new Black Widow. She fills that role, but like, who is she? What's her name? She's an assassin? Okay. So everything is just kind of off balanced here. Fantastic Four was cool, but forgettable. I was kind of just thinking about it when I was making this video right now and thinking about how the Doomsday trailer was so underwhelming for me. And I'm like, well, Fantastic Four, I remember having positive feelings about it. I really appreciated the style. I thought Galactus looked perfect. I thought, their costumes looked super cool. The world that they were in looked super cool. I liked how creative they were being with Fantastic Four, but it was forgettable for me. And I don't really know why. I don't know if it's because the actors kind of just phoned it in and Pedro Pascal just was Pedro Pascal. And I'm not sure. I'm happy in the Doomsday trailer that Namor is in it because I know that Namor and Sue Storm have a connection in the comics and there's a storyline there to explore. So that's cool, but I don't even really know if I liked Sue Storm that much. And I really don't know if it comes down to casting or what exactly the problem is, or if it's just the writing that's so forgettable. But like, why does Jessica Alba as Sue Storm in the Fantastic Four, why does that still resonate with me so much? Like, that character was cool. Like, what's she up to? Like, I'm not sure. Does anybody else feel that way? Shang Chi was in this trailer also, and that Shang Chi movie was awesome. In the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, Shang Chi has some of the best fight choreography. That bus fight scene that everyone talks about, really awesome movie. It was great, but it was such a long time ago, and we all forgot about it. I forgot about it. I have really good fond memories of it, and I've rewatched it because it's a good movie and it holds up. But where is he? Where's he been at? I forgot. No one knows. Doctor Strange. Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange. They had such an incredible, cool-ass character with Doctor Strange. Master of the mystic arts. You know, he'll move his arms, and for him, somehow he makes it look cool. Where's he at? They made him kind of super lame after the Multiverse of Madness movie. He had his sequel, and it was just boring, and it was just a flop. And they're forgetting what about the superhero genre actually resonates with all people, and how some of those themes in these movies that they're exploring actually transcends the superhero genre, and they should be a lot more, marketable and a lot more mature. These topics explore a lot of mature themes, which should be put at the forefront of these movies for us to latch on to something and care. The whole heroes fighting heroes thing, that's over with. I mean, you don't need to know the plot leaks or the spoilers or anything to know that, yeah, of course these superheroes are going to fight each other and then they're just going to realize that they're on the same side. I mean, this isn't even like a plot leak. It's just common sense that, okay, you're watching an Avengers movie, who's the threat, and it's just a team of superheroes that we don't really know that well, fighting each other, and then finding out that they're on the same side. So that's what's kind of a little bit concerning about this trailer and about the movie as a whole. I hope there's more to it, and I think that maybe the continuation of this Doomsday Avengers movie, if there's some kind of battle world, or the continuation of how these things actually end up mixing together and they come up with a really badass conclusion, maybe. I'm not holding out for it. Hopefully, it seems like that's the way that they're trying to go. So if they execute it well, then great. I'd be happy to continue being an MCU fan. But I guess with the X-Men being introduced, I'm happy that the Cyclops fans, all the fans of people who say Cyclops is the leader of the X-Men, he's such a great guy. He's like a Captain America type persona, but we've never seen him really live into that role in the movies. I like that he's going to be wearing his full costume from the comics. In the trailer, I thought he looked pretty cool. But again, we just don't know him, and I don't know him. I mean, I've watched the X-Men movies, like I have seen them, but they never really fleshed out his character, so I don't really know him that well. And I read some comics, but I mean, I read comics when I was like 10, and I really did like them a lot, but I just haven't explored, all of the comics, so I don't know it totally super well. But I know that Cyclops is a really cool character. I get that much, and it is cool to see him shine in this movie if he does. But is this just going to be a mix of tired old characters with a mix of new characters that we don't even really know yet? Is Cyclops going to have an arc after this, or is he just a cameo? Is he just going to be cool in this movie and then he's done? Forget him. Same thing with like Doctor Strange. So I don't know if I'll make a follow-up to this, but if it surprises me in a positive way, I absolutely will make a follow-up video saying, wow, they really nailed it. So, but that being said, I'm super excited for Brand New Day. Spider-Man, I think that Tom Holland working with Christopher Nolan on the Odyssey instilled his brain with just incredible ideas, and it really shows. Apparently Tom Holland was really advocating for practical effects and practical scenes, and that's why you see that there's images of them actually filming this on the street with him actually swinging and doing practical effects. That's super cool. Tom Holland having some more creative liberties and being able to talk to his director and his team to say, hey, I really want this movie to be good because of these reasons. I think that's honestly what saved his movie, and the attitude that is going to end up saving this entire Marvel Cinematic Universe if they want to last.